It's time for the One Bar and Lupagus Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
Yeehaw! Welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus Show. It's time to bust out your cowboy hat, put on your assless chaps, and ride Brokeback style, because it is time for the rookie roundup. I'm going to take a look here at how the Vikings rookies are faring through the first 5 weeks of the season. Before we get into their whole season performance, we'll look at how they did against the heartbreaking, soul-crushing, make you want to live in a hole the rest of your life kind of defeat against the Seattle Seahawks. We will start on the offensive side of the football. Only rookie to make any kind of impact there was wide receiver Justin Jefferson. Quiet game for old Jay Jettis with just 3 receptions and 24 yards. Hit a couple of targets he couldn't quite come down with. KJ Wright made that really amazing interception on the one that Cousins just threw a pube too short. Hopefully next week we hear another name on offense for the rookie roundup, and let's hope it's Ezra Cleveland. Somebody has to step in for Drew Samia. That is just brutal to watch. He's absolutely getting destroyed out there, and it's hard. It's tough. He can't handle it. He needs to go. So hopefully we hear Ezra Cleveland getting a start, or at least some snaps in next week's roundup. Let's move on to the defensive side of the football. Cam Dantzler led the way with 5 tackles. He also led the way with horrible coverage for the Vikings rookies, as he was completely turned around on that DK Metcalf catch on 4th and 10, which pretty much, I'd say, sealed the game for the Seahawks, but it sure as hell wasn't good. But he did have 5 tackles, so good for you, Cam. Jeff Gladney had a great game, 3 tackles total. But what he did was lock down Tyler Lockett. 4 receptions, 44 yards. And that guy's been on a tear this season, and he's primarily the one covering him. So Gladney did a hell of a job. And then we saw James Lynch active for the first time this season. And this guy is something else. He is about the whitest human being you'll ever see in your life. Big old red curly hair. He looks like a Viking out there, but not like the Viking warrior. He's like the Viking chef who every now and then, when they really need an extra axe out there, gets to go in the battle. But man, he had the one most beautiful bull rush I've seen in years, just pushing that Seahawks blocker all the way back in the backfield. Then he just shakes him off and just nails Russell Wilson. It was a thing of beauty. And in one, I think he only played 8 snaps, and he did that. You look at Shamar Stephen, Jaleel Johnson, those guys haven't done it at all this season. So I would, if I'm the Vikings, I'm putting James Lynch out there. Hell, I'm going to start him over Jaleel Johnson. Why not at this point? 1 tackle, 1 sack, 1 TFL. That all maybe came on the same play. I don't give a shit. James Lynch needs to see at least 5 times as many snaps as he did on Sunday night. Get him out there. Why not? Rotate him in if you're not going to start him, because this guy, he's got some natural pass rushing ability, and I want to see more of this. Just, he's like a character. He's like a big old cartoon character out there, and I love him. James Lynch, well done. Well done, James Lynch. Well, what a debut. All right, so let's look at there was no kick return today. KJ Osborne was not active. It was the Amir Abdullah, Chad Beebe show. I think Osborne, I don't know if it was a hamstring. He had some kind of little ding or dong, which kept him out. So let's look at the season total so far. Offensively, Justin Jefferson leads the way, 19 receptions, 371 yards, and a touchdown. On defense, Jeff Gladney leads in tackles with 14. He's got 1 tackle for a loss as well. Cam Dantzler sniffing his tookus at 11 tackles. DJ Wanham has 4 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, and a sack. And then James Lynch on the board with a tackle, a sack, and a tackle for a loss. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this, who ends up with the most tackles between Gladney and Dantzler. They're kind of neck and neck right now. The thing is, well, Dantzler's played 1 less game. Gladney didn't play much that first game, but I tell you this, Jeff Gladney, he's getting better and better every single week, and I'm excited about his progress. Dantzler, I think, kind of took a step back against the Seahawks, but again, that was only his 3rd career start, so I'm going to give him a little bit of breathing room right now and not be, putting my wrath upon him. Kick return, KJ Osborne has 170 return yards on the year and 6 punt return yards. I know I've said it before, but I don't know. This guy hasn't shown me much. I don't see much burst. I don't see much wiggle. I don't see much to get excited about when KJ Osborne is returning the football. Again, maybe it's just early. Maybe I'm expecting too much, but this guy was a 5th-round pick. you got to see a little bit more than what he showed so far. So hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully we see him this week against the Falcons. So that is our rookie roundup. But now it is time for the One Bar and Lupagus show. Rookie of Week 5. Who could it be? I think I maybe gave it away. It's Jeff Gladney. This guy, you're matched up primarily against one of the hottest receivers in the NFL, and you hold him to 4 receptions for 44 yards. Pretty much made him a non-factor all game long. I know he only had 3 tackles, but damn it, Jeff Gladney. What a job. What a job. Well done. We'll be sending you your trophy in the mail. Hope you enjoy it. It's a real coveted award. It'll probably be right up there on the top of your shelf. So that is the Week 5 rookie roundup. So far, just as a whole, the Vikings are getting some good production from this class right off the bat. Let's hope we see more James Lynch. Let's hope TJ Waddle gets back on the board next week. And let's hope we see some Ezra Cleveland going on too, because God knows we need it. So I'll be back in Week 6 to round it up once again. But until then, guys, be sure to keep your skull in your hole.